to the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
Here we are. It is Saturday evening. You about screwed up the intro.
I was waiting for
Here we are. It is Saturday evening. We are tucked away in the war room in the high desert of southern Idaho, somewhere in the west end of the Magic Valley. That one sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it's that little pause right there. The Magic Valley.
The Magic Valley.
Yeah.
We're much better than the Treasure Valley.
Or the Tragic Valley.
The Tragic Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Tragic Valley anymore. We got enough people moving into this.
It could be.
Anyhow, that's a whole nother podcast. So I am here. Mark is back from a vacation.
From the evil state of Oregon.
Down there, naked, no gun. Were you on the beach naked, or were you just on the beach with no gun?
I felt
You said
naked.
you were on the beach naked.
No, I felt naked because I didn't have my gun.
Okay, I didn't.
Not that I needed it on the beach. I mean, I don't think a whale was going to attack me or anything, but...
Hey, man.
Sea lion, maybe, but...
Shamu.
Yeah.
Killer whale?
Yeah.
Killer whale?
Yeah.
Jellyfish?
Kiku or whatever the
You need a gun wherever. You need a gun. What'd you say? Cuckoo?
Kiku or whatever. The one, the Free Willy one where they released it and it died like 9 weeks later.
Yeah, I'm going to let you know that I don't watch that movie.
No, I didn't either. I just...
Okay.
From what I've heard.
Hey, we've got some guests in the studio today. Want to introduce yourself?
I'm Bob.
I'm Dude.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Dude.
Hey.
You need to give us a last name so everyone knows who you are?
We're in a secret location.
We are in the Patriot Defense War Room, which is a bunker.
Bolish.
Somewhere in the west end of the Magic Valley. So, feel good to be back, Mark?
Yeah. I mean, I had a good time running my kids around doing all the stuff they want to do. But I'm just pretty
That's
much...
what vacations are all about.
Right. I'm pretty much ready to just do something I want to do. So,
And that's why you decided to come in here tonight, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Awesome. I know you tried to tune in last time during the podcast.
Yeah.
You're watching
I was
live.
sitting right out the back of the beach house on the beach.
I know you were kind of distracting me.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you tuned in because we had questions and we needed answers.
Well, I forgot about the time zone difference, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
What have you done this week that was Second Amendment related?
Well, I shouldn't even tell you because I probably was illegal doing it, but
we want to hear though.
Well, I'm not supposed to have my gun in. Well, okay, I'm not supposed to carry my gun in Oregon because my permit is not reciprocal in the state of Oregon.
Right.
Kind of didn't stop me. I mean, most of the time I didn't do it, but occasionally I may have.
We won't tell. Occasionally, possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
Were you carrying on the beach when you were naked?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I want to know how you carried that.
Keister carry.
Keister carry. There we go. That works. Okay, you guys listen to the podcast, right? Well, you're a little behind.
No, I am behind.
You just admitted it. So you know what we usually do first thing, right? We go around the room and we ask what you have done that was Second Amendment related. That could be anything from carrying a gun to shooting to reading something on Facebook. So, what have you done, dude, that was Second Amendment related?
Probably just read.
You need to get closer, dude.
Okay,
Sorry.
is that better? Probably just read on Facebook. Maybe watched videos on gun safety.
There you go. Were you watching stuff on the Patriot Defense Facebook page?
Yes,
okay.
Always.
That's a good answer. We like it.
You're in trouble.
You shot some guns before the podcast today, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done that's been Second Amendment related?
Outside of shooting guns just before this deal, cleaned up one of my reloaders.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you like to clean things?
Yeah.
Don't answer that.
I got a feeling I'm getting some guns to clean.
You might be. You just might be because
he keeps trying to pawn his off onto me. So
I do. I enjoy cleaning them.
We had it rain really hard out here once during class. I mean, and so much the ammo boxes were like floating across the table. And my guns were like, 2 of my guns are being used. And you know what? I've not cleaned them yet. I haven't even tore them apart. They could be rusty. I don't know.
They may not work.
No, they work.
Oh.
They still work. But they probably need to be cleaned. You think?
Well, yeah, maybe a little more than what your definition of clean is, though.
I rinsed them off in the rain and put them back in the safe.
Yeah. I don't think that's a clean definition.
That's a clean definition. So, who's going to ask me what I did? I have to beg for this every
What
time.
did you do?
Because I know what you're going to say. You looked up articles on Sasquatch and the PD-10.
I haven't yet. It was a PD-10 free week, and it looks like it might be a PD-10 free year.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I was out running today, and I was looking for Sasquatch because I figured he had my PD-10.
There is an actual documented sighting or something.
Up Wallstrom Hollow?
At Wallstrom Hollow, yeah.
Oh, man, I was running Rimview Trail down to Third Fork.
Oh, okay.
So
you can get to Wallstrom Hollow from Third Fork Trail.
I know. I should look into that. see if he's got my PD-10.
No Sasquatch. How do you say plural for Sasquatch? It's still Sasquatch.
Sasquatch
probably,
is? I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
Big hairy.
didn't see any there, did you?
Big hairy guys.
I found one in Oregon.
You found a Sasquatch in Oregon?
Yeah, I sure did.
Oh my gosh, he was
On
carved
the
out of a
beach?
freaking tree.
No, it was at Ripley's Believe It or Not.
There you go. Well, you were at that nude beach. You could have seen anything down
Oh
there.
yeah, you never know. It may not have been a Sasquatch. May have been just some person, I guess. But.
So I had a couple small classes, just the people trying to finish up their permits. That's pretty much all I've done, except for carry. I did carry. I replaced the order for my simunition rounds. Went with the UTM, and they are back ordered 90 days at least.
Oh.
So we have more time to plan.
Seems like a lot of people shooting themselves with paint bullets nowadays.
Yeah. I think when you get him, it's going to be a blast. I think Bob said you're going to come over here. And we're
I
gonna
want
shoot
to. I want to know what it feels like. I want to get shot.
I guarantee it's going to leave a welt.
Oh yeah.
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 These things are clearing the barrel at like 300 feet per second.
Yeah.
You're going to know you've been hit. That's for dang sure.
It won't be pleasant.
No. So anyhow, let's fast forward just a little bit, and we're going to get right to it. The reason why I had you guys here is because you guys are listeners of the podcast. But, dude, you've taken a class from me. Well,
Yes.
You've each taken classes from me. You've taken one of my newer classes.
Right.
It was the class I did for ladies, for women, and I didn't even have a good name for it, except for I call it the 3 series women's
Ladies.
class. Ladies class. That's a crazy name. But I've talked about it before, and we started out we had a class a month for 3 months, and we just kind of built on each class. So now's your chance. We have Facebook Live is running. We have 5 viewers. Holy cow, where'd they come from? Few people.
That's not me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We've had it was one of my first classes that I've done for this. And so now's your chance to tell us, was it a good class, a bad class? Could I do better? Did you enjoy it?
It was a fantastic class.
I
and
like
yes,
it.
I enjoyed it.
And I'll pay you
Very
afterwards.
much.
I got some money for you.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. I'll take it.
So what did you like about it?
Oh, well, I'm not I guess you would call person that shoots a lot.
Right.
I have shot pistols, but we were more of a rifle family than a pistol
She was
family.
real insecure before your class.
But
Were you?
yes. Oh,
Very.
yes.
But I made you feel comfortable.
Yes, you made me feel comfortable. And the security of knowing how to handle the weapon is huge. And that, I mean, you can make mistakes, but if you know your gun well enough, then you should be comfortable carrying it.
Right. So we went over the basics, the 1st class, correct?
Yep.
And what did you think of that? Did you think you left that class understanding how your gun worked and functioned, and the basic shooting
basics
fundamentals
of
better?
it, yes, and how be me more comfortable doing it, and as opposed to somebody else like loading it and just handing it to me to shoot.
Right, and you're not learning anything that way.
No.
And I tend to, even with my wife and my kids, I tend to just kind of jump in there and do that for them. I know that's not always the the best thing to do because no one learns anything that way.
Right.
And then Mark, we actually helped out with. It was just one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark helped out. You helped out with the second class.
Second class, yep.
And that was the one where we taught you how to draw, right?
Yep. We drew.
And Mark had some fantastic ideas when we did that. So I think those targets are still hanging up on the wall in the classroom.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? Is there more to that than what you thought?
Absolutely. Because, you watch people do it and it's just, they just draw and shoot. And it's fast.
Well, they've been doing it a long
Right.
time, forever.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But for us that are just beginning, it's much better to learn the 6 steps in unholstering that gun and shooting it correctly, as opposed to being out of control, I would say.
Sure. How did you feel when we made you use the finger gun?
I like the finger gun because there's a sense of security there.
Right.
And you're just practicing. It's in your muscle memory.
It's kind of funny because everything you're doing with your fingers in the finger gun is exactly how your fingers should be on the gun.
On you.
Right.
So
Right. When you perform a proper draw.
Right.
So have you you've since you showed in the next class though we learned
Well, in the second class we also did
That's right.
the magazine
changes.
exchange. Yes.
Man, I'm glad you're here keeping me on track.
Yes.
You might have to come help me teach these classes.
But it's really hard to exchange because I don't know. It's a lot of practice.
It is.
In the muscle memory.
And I've actually I've actually sat down when no one else is home. With unloaded magazines, I've actually sat in front of the TV on the coffee table and just did nothing but change magazines. Mark, you nod your head like you've done that too.
That's my every night for me. Because I have no life, so I go home and sit and watch TV and do mag changes all night.
So did you go home and teach Bob everything you learned?
No.
Whoa.
I'm going to wear a dress. I'm taking the class.
I like it.
It'll look good.
You're gonna be the hairiest woman ever.
Sasquatch.
If you wear a dress for each class, I'll let you take the class for freaking free.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Second class. Or third class? What did we do the third class? What did you remember? What we did
Just
there?
reviewed everything, and instead of it was like a quick draw and shoot.
Right.
Instead of the slow draw.
Quicker draw, and we learned how to put like 3 rounds on target quickly. And
Right.
what's an important thing that you learned to help you do that? The trigger reset?
The trigger reset,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
That was interesting, wasn't
Yes,
it? To learn.
because none of us, I think, knew anything about that.
Most people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't. I have people that help me teach my concealed carry classes, and sometimes they will try to jump in and they will try to get people to learn the trigger reset. And I usually have to say, well, that's taking it way too far.
And I'll try
too
and show
soon.
people at the gun counter
Right.
how the trigger resets, and they'll walk out of there still not getting it.
And that's really how you
Which
tell.
is, I mean, I understand. It's kind of a lot involved in it. But,
Right. That's one way of determining how good the trigger is too.
Yeah, that's true.
Is the trigger reset. So
I want to go back to the second class.
you jump in wherever you want. Mark.
At the end, when my dragon scale purse came into play.
Sweet. You better hold that out so the camera can see it.
Yeah, that
We're
was
on
fun.
live. We're on Facebook
The
Live.
dragon scale purse.
Lucky dragon
Yeah.
scale purse.
Yeah. How did you like doing that? Was that
That was fun.
because I didn't get a chance to do it, and I kind of like thinking, man, I kind of want to do that now.
You want to shoot through the purse now?
Yeah.
I kind of do. I
Did
don't
you
know.
shoot through that one?
No, this was.
Who was that?
I want to say it was Naomi that did this one.
Yeah,
And then the
I
little
think so.
scale, this little scale went flying and it just
over
took
your
off like
berm.
a frisbee.
yeah, that was
So,
that was pretty
That was
freaking
pretty
cool.
I
That
wish
was-
we had video going on that because that was funny.
That was cool. So how did you
Yeah.
like I tried to add in each class. I tried to add a little something fun.
Right.
So
And that was fun.
Just at the end, something different you may not get to do. So in the first class, we got to shoot. Who came? Norm was here first
Norm.
class, and we got to shoot his big competition gun. He's got like a
With the red dot.
So he's got an M&P 9mm, but it was like the competition model or whatever it is, and he has the red dot on there, and the trigger's like non-existent.
Right.
Like the core pistol. The
Yeah. It's a really nice gun. We got to shoot that. And he brought all kinds of stuff for us to shoot. Even I think he even had the 380 EZ.
Yes.
Now, what'd you think of that one?
I love the 380 EZ.
Everybody loves
Yes.
the
We're
380
sold out.
EZ.
We can't I can't even get any more right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's our next one.
Really? I know my mom my mom wants one, and my dad's. I was supposed to ask you tonight about it, but if you can't get them,
The gal we were talking about earlier, I can't remember her name right now.
Yeah, the one that's taking your
That had the
class.
She bought
again.
one.
Yeah, she bought one. She came to us looking
Yeah.
for one, but we were out of them. So.
Right.
But she went to Reds and bought their last one.
and her friend that came down with her from another state is actually took the first class, and she's actually going to buy one too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Remember how good a shot she was?
Yes.
You should see her with that 380 EZ.
Oh, really?
Holy cow!
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You would not expect that from her.
Because she's so used to the revolver.
Yeah, she shot the holy living heck out of that thing.
And double action mode too. That's what surprised me.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
I would always go into single action to get that good of a shot.
yeah.
know?
She was a good shot. So, what else?
Yeah. So the third class, what did we do in the third class? It was fun.
We shot the 9mm carbine,
Yes.
and
That was fun.
Yeah, I want one of those too.
do you?
I saw the videos.
We also shot his 1911. Have you shot a 1911 before?
No.
What'd you think of that?
It's smooth, but I don't know. It's too big for me.
It's a lot of gun.
Just say it. Say it out loud because I want to hear it. You don't like the 1911.
I
Say it.
don't like the
Oh,
1911.
I love it. That's music to my ears. 1911s, they suck.
I like the easy.
You like the
The
easy.
380 easy.
I like anything. I like the easy and anything 9, and I like the VP9, and I want to get the PD10. I'm never gonna let that. Never gonna let that die. Never.
Watch that gun will never come out, and you're just gonna be talking about.
No.
You're gonna be like an old.
It's
man
coming out.
talking
I saw a
about it.
picture of it on Facebook during the week. They actually had a post on it, and it said it's almost.
I can show you the picture of Sasquatch that I took.
He's holding the PD10.
Yeah.
So were you a little jealous? She had all that fun at the class, Bob.
Yeah, because she kept coming home yakking about it all the time.
She showed you her skills.
Yeah, she showed me that trigger set. I had no idea.
Did she show you the draw, how she can draw now?
No, she didn't show me that.
Oh, baloney. I went like this.
Oh, yeah, you
remember?
did do that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the fast one.
So I
No.
I think that I should do another series of class and we could teach them like how to like get off the X. Think that'd be fun? I need to come up with a second series. You got to help me put it together, dude.
Okay.
He's like, "What's in this for me?"
No, I'll.
Satisfaction of helping Todd.
Yeah.
Should do a husband and wife.
Oh, that would be.
It's not a bad idea. I see it all the time at the gun counter.
Yeah.
It's usually the wife that's shopping or the girlfriend that's shopping for the gun, and
Right.
And I've gone over this before, but they're more comfortable just going there by themselves because
Wait.
they're not getting
Right.
that look over the shoulder, and a lot of times it is what the husband wants, not what the wife or girlfriend, whatever.
That's why
Right.
she bought
So-
that LC9, because that's what
My LCR.
or LCR, because that's what I thought she needed.
It's in my safe.
Yeah, that's a good spot
I'm
for
just
it.
letting you know it's still here.
Yeah.
We don't ever shoot it, so.
And I see it all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
So if we had a joint class with husband and wives, is Patriot Defense going to be the leading cause of divorce?
no, marriage is the leading cause of divorce.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't need any husband-wife fights on my hands,
Well,
especially if they got firearms.
yeah.
So I don't know. I think the husband and wife class we should wait and we should do those for simunition rounds.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
There
be
you
awesome. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the
it
husband,
would be really fun.
The husband could play the bad guy.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, that would be great.
fun. And then we could do that, and then we could reverse roles. Man,
There
they'd
you
be
go.
so pissed off at each other. I'm gonna have to buy. I'm gonna have to buy a lot more ammo. I'm thinking in all the munitions videos I've seen, I've never seen anyone go far enough. They really haven't had to do mag changes. But if I pitted husband against wife,
You might see.
We'd
it.
have to do
they're
mag
gonna have to
changes.
have like mag belts on.
Oh yeah. You might see that.
That would be fun, though.
It's going to go crazy. So, no, I need to put together some more classes. Unfortunately, I only got about a few more months, and it's going to be getting cool enough that outside classes are going to start disappearing a little bit. That's kind of why I wanted to get these simunition rounds and kind of get that up and rolling, because I can just do that in my classroom.
Right.
But we'll see. I don't know. I think my date for possibly getting the ammo was like November or some crap like that.
Whoa.
It's ridiculous. So they got my... I don't know. I don't know if they've taken my money yet or not. That might be something to look into.
Yeah, you
better.
might
Might
want
not
to
hurt.
keep your eye on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're a reputable company, but still.
Right. Oh, we'll see what happens. So, any other thoughts on that class? I mean, what do you think? Anything
what
I
do you-
can
No.
improve? Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you
No,
off.
you're fine.
No, I think that it was excellent the way it was.
Okay, good. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Some good feedback. I like that
Because Amy's at probably the same
Amy.
situation
Yeah.
as me. She bought that gun
she could shoot
for
the
protection
heck out of that
purposes. But Todd, before she started your class, she had never shot that gun.
She's like the most intense shooter I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys were all great, but she was like intense.
She gets like into it, like just
She gets
Her
zoned
stance
in.
is amazing.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was aggressive in my stance,
no, yeah.
No.
not compared to her.
And it doesn't matter what she's shooting. She did the same stance with that
You
rifle.
know, and I almost said something, but then I'm like, no, you know what? It's working for her.
There's
And
nothing wrong with
there's
it. I
nothing
mean,
wrong with it.
yeah.
But I just couldn't believe how
What I
intense she
couldn't
was.
believe is she took that car pistol, which they aren't crap, but they aren't the best things on the planet. I know because I have one. Their triggers leave a lot to be desired. And she owned that thing.
Yes, she did.
She owned that gun. That was insane. And when she was shooting a little off, she got so
Yeah.
she's
very competitive.
She's very competitive. You could tell. So did she enjoy the class too?
Yes, she did.
Did you go back and tell all your teacher friends?
I don't know. We haven't really seen all of our
Oh,
teacher
well,
friends
you will
because
when
we're
you
not
go
going.
back.
We're not going
Yeah.
back to school till after Labor Day.
Oh wow!
I always forget the summer stuff, you know.
Yeah, well, it's the same. I go to work every day. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't change. It doesn't matter.
So when you see your teacher friends, though,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we'll definitely talk
Tell 'em.
about it.
That's right.
We'll definitely talk about
good
it.
deal.
Because
I like
I
that.
had like 4 or 5 girls that wanted to do the class,
Yeah.
and Amy's the only one that stuck in.
Well, now you guys go brag to him.
And
It was
I'd go
lots of
brag
fun.
to them. Yeah, I've already bragged to one of them. And she's, I don't know if she's upset because she didn't do it or not, but
She's thinking on it.
Yeah.
She's thinking on it.
yeah.
Ariel wants to do it.
Yeah, our daughter.
So we got to shoot. We shot before we met today. Before we came in here today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we got to shoot the Turkish gun. Tyrell?
Yeah.
Why don't you come up here? Move your chair up here.
It'll be fine.
Come on. You're good. You can share it with all your friends, and we'll use some dirty language, and you'll be like the freaking coolest person in town.
With
Yeah,
a pretty haircut.
Don't be like my boy and go to the dispensary in Oregon and take pictures of it. And
Nice.
yeah,
So you're gonna have to share. You're gonna have to share the mic. Okay. I'm poor, and I don't have extra microphones.
I'll share it with you, bud.
So you're gonna have to lean in. So you let us shoot a handgun, right?
Yeah.
What was it?
9mm.
Was it? It wasn't just any 9mm.
Is a 9mm what?
TP9.
TP9.
Canic
Canic TP9,
TP9.
imported by Century Arms.
And I will say, I think you shot it better than anyone sitting in this room right now. Man, you picked that sucker up, and you were just like a sniper.
I'm pretty jealous.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I like the gun.
You like the gun?
It's a good gun.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic gun.
Yeah.
So, how old are you?
14.
So we got a few years yet. Am I going to see you over getting a concealed carry permit with me?
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm still doing this then.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm big and it's my only job, and yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And I'm employing Mark then.
That would be great.
Mark's like, I like D&B.
I'll do anything.
Do it. You heard him say that, right?
I just like money. So
It is. It's recorded now. Everyone heard him.
if you ask any of my friends, they'll tell you the same thing. So
That you'll do anything.
yeah, pretty much.
So, well, thanks for bringing your gun for us to shoot. I know Mark was interested in shooting it, and I think now he's going to go buy himself one.
Yeah, I got my eye on one in one of our other stores that I know it's been sitting there for a little while.
So you essentially just cost Mark some money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Could be
I want to
though.
get another gun though.
what are you going to get next?
Same one.
You're going to get another one, same one?
Yeah.
Do you want to get two of them?
Yeah.
You're
Got,
gonna-
got two hands.
Yeah, one for each.
You going to
hand.
dual wield?
Yeah.
Dude, I like it. Give me knuckles. I ran way too far today to be moving too much.
Surprised you didn't fall out of the chair.
I almost did. I think my butt's asleep.
Text you, brother.
So, well, thanks for bringing that out. We enjoyed it. Did you also got to shoot something that Mark brought tonight, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was called?
No.
You can make it up. You can call it the Jam-O-Matic 2000 if you want.
The Jam-O-Matic.
Jam-O-Matic.
Well, me and your dad shot it, and then we handed it to you, and I think we left 2 rounds in it for you.
Yeah.
Out of a 30-round happy stick. So you were shooting as the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 9mm carbine, correct?
Yeah.
So how would you think of that?
That was pretty fun.
Think that'd be fun with rock chucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You gonna make your dad buy you one?
No, probably make me buy one.
Does he make more money than you? He just doesn't have any bills, does he?
Yeah, he has
Exactly,
less
yeah,
bills.
no bills.
no bills. And you also said something earlier today, and you weren't here to hear it, but he also said, and it made me really happy. It made me like him. He likes my Scout.
Oh, who doesn't like your Scout?
My Scout is badass, right?
Yeah.
Except for now it's damaged and it's sitting in the driveway, and it needs to be fixed.
What'd you do to it now?
The water pump. I lost the water pump.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you guys enjoy shooting?
Always.
Always.
If it goes bang, we like it.
Okay. Got another subject for us here. Your son. We talked about your son early on when we first started doing this podcast. How's he? You want to go ahead and tell us, kind of, if you don't mind, you tell us what happened and kind of refresh. Hopefully we have new listeners. I'm not too sure, but tell us what happened and tell us how he's doing.
Well, he actually is doing great. His whole attitude is just, it's awesome. He's just not even, no depression, just happy, excited to try new things. He's got like 5 different feet that he puts on.
So what happened?
From what I'm getting from any of them is the gun had a hot barrel and it cooked off a round.
Okay.
And once it cooked off that first round, it did a 4-round burst before the computer shut it down, saying you're not supposed to be shooting.
Right.
And I guess they were stair-stepping forward with 2 Humvees, and the one would go forward and lay down fire. And the second one would go forward and lay down fire, and the one that was in the back this time did not elevate his barrel.
Oh.
So it was left pointing downrange, and then it cooked off that round.
Oh, my gosh.
So it put 1 round in front of his Humvee, 2 of them through the door and through his leg, and then 1 behind the Humvee.
The 50 cal, right?
50 caliber.
Wow, that could have been
600.
That could have been really bad.
Yeah, about that much higher.
Yeah.
Would have
Oh,
been.
yeah. But I saw a video. You went down there and saw him the other day, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago.
I think he outran you, didn't he?
Yeah, he was scooting right, but he had a little spring in that one foot that helped him launch forward a little bit.
He's learned how to use that to his advantage. But he looks like he's doing great, though. That's
he just took to it like a fish to water. Is
he back to work yet?
I don't think he's doing anything work related. They're
Wants
still
to be,
going
though,
through.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he's dying to just get back to
going
normal
for it.
stuff, but he's got meetings every day that he's got to go to. People he's got to check in with. They've got to say you can do dishes or you can't do dishes, and you can't have that kind of rug in your house because you might trip on it. And it's just
right.
It's just a mess. But
Well, they'll get it figured out, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting his house all prepped for his new lifestyle.
well, yeah. And when I got there, 2 days after I got there is when the moving van showed up from New York. So we had to move him all into his house there in
Oh, wow.
Virginia. So he's in Virginia now.
Okay. So you rather be in Virginia or do you rather be in New York?
He would rather be in Virginia.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He hates New York. I don't understand it. You're in the military. You can go out there and shoot guns, but as soon as you come to New York, you can't handle a gun anymore. He lives on the base, but he can't have a pistol without jumping through 4,000 hoops. It's amazing.
That's amazing to me.
That is insane.
He's got to have 4 different people fill out 4 different forms of paperwork
for him to have a
for
personal
him to
handgun.
have a personal handgun in his house on a military base that he is in.
So does he just say, screw it at
He's
that
just
point?
like, screw you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't know where they're hid.
I like it.
He's out of there now, and he's very happy.
Okay, so is he still living on a base?
Yeah.
then? Okay. Well, hopefully he's listening. Does he still listen? Do you know? He's probably so busy.
He's in and out with the listening. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We just texted him to see if they'd get on Facebook Live, but
Oh,
and then he's 2 hours ahead of us too.
he's already in bed.
What time is it?
7:30. This is past my bedtime. You look at me like I'm nuts, dude. I'm in bed by this time every night. Because I'm old. That's what happens when you get old.
And you get up at, 4 a.m.?
I got up
3
at
a.m.?
3 and drove to the South Hills today.
What time did that start?
7.
Huh.
But my Scout's not the fastest thing on the planet.
Thirsty though.
It's thirsty, and I just wanted to cruise on up there, not pushing it. It was fun. It was more fun driving back, but
I should have took the day off and went up there too.
you should have ran that thing with me. The race.
It was only 10 miles?
14.
14?
You could have done it.
Yeah, I could have walked 13
Hey, there's a lot of people that walk.
and a half, maybe.
There's a lot. There was a lot of people that walk it. You could have done it.
Yeah, I'd have been okay for a little while, but yeah.
I'd have been
It
down
would have
there.
been fun.
I'd have been down there eating Kiwi Loco, waiting for you. That's the best part of those races. As soon as you get done. By the way, people don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
Sorry. I did some races this year. It's my last race of the season, or the last race of the summer for me. It was just a little. It was like 14.1 miles trail run in the South Hills, and I enjoy the races, but I really enjoy them too because I eat really clean. But at the end of the races, I eat crap. When I get done, I eat crap until probably 10 o'clock tomorrow until I feel too guilty, and then I can't eat anymore.
It's kind of like your reward for.
It kind of is, and you're so depleted
Yeah.
that you need a little bit of sugar. So I mean, you stop and you kind of get a little dizzy, and it is what it is
Yeah.
because you're going for. I think it took me about 2 hours, and it took me longer this year. I'm not quite sure why, by like 10 minutes, but it took me like 2 hours and 50 minutes.
It's probably the heat. I don't know.
I think it was sleep, and I think I was tired because it's been a long week and weird hours, and I think I just chiseled a few minutes off of each mile here or there. But anyhow, I came home and I was just like I couldn't hold still because this is a guy I don't need a lot of sugar, so
A little jacked up, were you?
I was a little jacked up. I had my Mountain Dew and I was jacked up.
on Mountain Dew.
I was smoking, going you like a freaking spider monkey.
Yeah.
No, I got down there and I had within like a half hour of finishing, I drank 1 Pepsi, like 4 Mountain Dews. I had 3 bowls of Kiwi Loco. I had some watermelon. Then I had another Mountain Dew. And then I stopped at Rock Creek Store and bought a 1.5 liter or a liter or whatever they were of Coke and drank it on the way home.
Wow.
Then I had a bunch of freaking fried chicken when I came and I don't have any.
Oh man.
I don't need any of that stuff. And I'm just like,
We ride the bikes. When we go on our bike ride there in Twin, we just ride down those trails that Twin has
Yeah.
and go down there to elevation 486.
yeah,
Lean the bikes against the wall, go up and have a beer.
there you go. You're
Ice cold beer.
replenishing your carbs. So, do you carry while you ride your bikes?
Yeah, sometimes. This
She
morning.
Did you? Oh, because you guys are down to Auger this morning, right?
No, that's tomorrow morning.
That's tomorrow
But
morning.
I don't know. Tyrell and I rode by a house and the dogs were a little sketchy.
There's a lot of sketchy, depending on where you're at. If you go down to Auger, there's sketchy people down there sometimes too.
Yeah, I haven't run into. Yeah, no, we've been pretty good down there so far.
It's
But
because it's hot.
well, that's true.
Hotter. And early, there's not a lot of people. But anyhow, carry wherever, right?
Did
Carry-
you, this is off topic, sorry, but do you happen to see that they caught this kid that was going around stealing guns out of people's cars?
Oh, I saw something about that.
Locally.
So what was going on? He was going around like,
Yeah, he would go around and look in people's cars, and if he could see a gun, then he would break in their car and steal it.
they caught him.
They did catch him. I actually had a guy come in yesterday.
See the guy that lost his AR-15
Yeah, he lost an AR-15
and a handgun.
handgun.
Yeah, he was on Facebook talking about how he lost it.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad for the guy when he was on Facebook, and I almost said something though. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: don't leave your firearms in your car overnight.
Well, I mean, that's true. Yes.
Why
was,
would you
he
do
was
that?
kind of, he was thinking nobody knows that I have that in there other than close personal friends or whatever.
Right.
So he was kind of thinking that it may have been somebody that he knew. But I don't know. It may have been this kid,
Well, here's the thing: if you live in town, I mean, I've lived in. I don't live in town now. First of all, I don't make a very good neighbor, and I irritate people a lot. I get irritated a lot. So like grumpy, get off my lawn. It's that thing. But there's groups of kids, and I used to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning, get up, use the restroom, whatever, get a drink. You look out the windows, you'd see groups of kids riding bikes with backpacks on, driving around the streets at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, when you live in town, I bet your car gets checked every night, if not every couple nights. And they look in there, or they try the doors, and if they're unlocked, they rifle through whatever's in there. I guarantee you they're checked numerous times throughout the week. I mean,
Yeah.
it just happens.
Yeah, I've seen surveillance footage of it. I mean,
So if you have a firearm, don't leave it in your vehicle overnight,
Yeah.
not in front of your house. Take it inside. I mean, it's not that hard to take it back out again, because now, they caught this kid. Who knows what he did with firearms? Maybe he has them. Maybe he pawned them. Who knows? But, I mean, there's essentially an AR-15 running around, and a handgun, any other guns that this kid stole, running around now in potentially a bad guy's hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because typically you could pawn them, but that's going to be a little hard to do, so they probably just sell them to
Sell 'em
real
to
cheap
whoever.
to someone who
Oh, yeah.
can't go buy them at the store.
Somebody that's a bigger criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that's not a good thing, and you're, to a certain extent, if you're going to do that, if you're going to be irresponsible like that, I mean that's on you to a certain extent. I mean, if that gun is, you're not going to get punished for it, obviously, but you should feel guilty about it. You should be afraid. You just armed a bad guy. That's a pet peeve of mine. Says the guy with no top on his Scout. No, I lock. It's either on me or it's locked up. That's just the way.
I mean, I get sick when I hear that story. Hear stories about it. I hear it a lot. Even guys that have them locked in their safe. I had a guy that had his safe broken into while he was gone on vacation.
Right.
He's pretty sure, obviously, that was somebody that knew him and knew he was gone. But I mean, that just makes me sick that people are going and that's to me, guns are private things. For
Right.
me. They're and that's way too close. That's just invasion of space to me.
So let me throw this out there, and I'll be honest with you. I'll be the first one to tell you I don't do this, and I should. I've thought about it numerous times, but it's always just one of those things I just never do. I always find something else to do. When you buy a firearm, you should probably write down the make and model and the serial number of everything you own.
And pictures.
And pictures.
Yeah. We tell
And-
everybody to copy the receipt, take a picture, make
Yeah.
a copy of the receipt. It's got the serial number, the log number from us, everything on it. And the receipts that we give them are on that photo or that thermal paper.
Right.
So it fades over, 3
So much-
months or
yeah.
something. But yeah, it's always a good idea to have that on hand.
Well, you can go online and you can print off forms, and it has. I mean, they're pre-printed forms. You can go on there and you can type in right on the serial number what it is, any optics,
Date of purchase, how much you paid
yeah,
for it.
anything
Yeah.
extra, and then don't store those with your firearms.
No.
Okay, if you have a fire, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So I tell everyone, make 2 or 3 copies. Store some on a computer. Store them at your buddy's house, your parents' house. Store one at your house too. I mean, just so you have those things, But it's like I shouldn't talk about that though because I don't have it done. Do you have it done?
I do, yeah.
Of course you do. Why don't you come over and do mine too?
I have like a whole record book that.
Ours is
some of them were
probably
given to me.
90%.
You got a lot of time on your hands,
Yeah.
don't you?
Well, I'm kind of meticulous on some things, so.
Why don't you? I got a safe. We come over early next week. We'll
Some
get
of
this
my guns were given to me from
right.
family members that I met like once in Vancouver, Washington, and all of a
Right.
sudden I got a gun in their will, so.
That's I need people to die.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
give
that
me
was
guns.
cool.
I got people in my
I
family
need
that
family members like that.
I have people that die in my family, but nobody gives me. I was probably pissy to them at one point.
Bad neighbor.
Bad neighbor, bad family member. And my poor mother, she texted me, so and so died. Oh, who's that?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Well, and I'm kind of cold when someone dies. I'm just like, well, we're all gonna go. I mean,
Everybody's going to go sometime.
whatever. You guys getting a little hot in here?
It's
Warming up.
it's
huh?
warm.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's
It's
about like
fine.
our shop at work.
Take my hat off here.
That
There you
helps.
My bald head. So, do we have any news stories, Mark?
Um,
We're really coming into this.
I
No one expects us to be prepared.
I really
okay?
want to talk about this because this is just hilarious. to
Okay,
me.
what's going on?
Knife wielding woman naked got tased up in Boise.
Was she drunk or high or something, or
I
do
have
we
no
know?
idea, but it's just hilarious to think about it.
So I kind of read this. I kind of read this article. Wasn't she just running through the streets naked and
Probably.
with a knife?
I just read the headline and I just started laughing. So I never really got to the article.
There's some crazy crap that happens up in Boise.
Yeah. Oh, anymore. Just I went up there a couple weekends ago or whatever, and just this was
I'm sorry.
no my buddies actually came down here and we went golfing.
Okay.
And we were like, we just finished golfing, and these are, so the one's an ISP detective, for Idaho State Police. Anyway, he got called back, and we'd had a few beers and stuff on the golf course,
Sure.
and they called him up and said, hey, we need you back here because that was when that guy did the stabbing.
Oh,
of
the kids.
of the kids, and that was when the officer got shot and all this other stuff. They called him up and they said, we need you back here. And he says, I'm down in Twin Falls, right? They said, yeah, we don't care. We need you back here. So he had to pretty much hightail it back up there.
Did he get to run code in his personal car?
No,
Oh,
no, he
damn.
just basically left. But
Oh man.
but it was his birthday. We were having a good time. It was, I don't know, it was kind of a bum deal, but I understand why they wanted him up there because there was a lot of stuff going on in that one weekend. So
Right.
it does get pretty crazy up there.
So, what about? Have you read anything up on the printing the guns?
No, I don't really give it that much thought because
Have you
some
seen?
of the,
Have you seen
some of the
ones
guns that I'm looking at that are being printed? I'm like, that's really a gun. That looks like a Nerf gun to me. Like,
It's weird. So they say they're good for like 2 to 3 shots, maybe. I mean, the thing's plastic.
yeah, I
It's
wouldn't
got some
expect
metal
much.
pieces in it, but
How
man,
do you do the rifling? That's what I want.
you just don't. So they're not going to be super accurate.
Yeah.
So I saw this article was sent to me by Bill Cawley. I do the radio show with him. He sent me this article. I didn't read it, but it says, the Democrats are focusing on this. Oh, we got to do away with the printing of the guns, and everyone's telling them how unreliable they are. A Democrat picks one up to like shoot one to prove, and it explodes in his hand.
That's awesome.
It exploded in his hand. But I want to get a printer and print some.
You're going to spend more money in the printer than you. I mean,
How much is it? How much is a printer to print a gun?
A couple grand at least, probably.
Yeah.
So you might as well just buy 3 or 4 firearms, 5, 6 firearms. For that
No,
matter.
that's true. But
That'll
it's-
work more than once.
It'd
Yeah.
still be cool to print them off.
It would be.
You know that if I had a printer, you guys would come and want me to print you one off, right?
Oh boy. I'm looking at a small printer.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna? Are you gonna make like parts or something?
One of those
I don't know,
fidget
just
spinners.
whatever.
Anything?
Yeah, fidget spinners. Little deals on our bikes to hold the GoPros, stuff like
That'd be
that.
cool. Can I come down and look at it if you get one?
Yeah.
I want to see it work.
I've been watching Kelly Class. You know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one. He does a lot of stuff with his. So
I want to.
looked interesting.
I want to print off a gun.
I don't know why it wouldn't do it.
Sweet. We're gonna do a live podcast at your house.
Printing
We're
guns.
gonna print off some guns, and Tyrell, you're gonna shoot them for us.
It's okay.
He agreed to that.
I found that article, but I don't see if she was drunk or what.
I don't know. They didn't really say. I would imagine if you're going to run through the streets of Boise naked
You're
with a
probably on
knife, you're
something.
probably high, drunk, or you just stupid, which I guess it could have been that.
Could have been. There's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those.
I know that there's a one-way street in Boise named Myrtle that you shouldn't go the wrong way on the one-way street.
Just in Boise?
Well, I happen to know for a fact that you shouldn't go the wrong way on a one-way street.
Yeah, probably
But,
not.
Who knows Boise that well? You know?
I hate Boise. I hate driving
know.
up there. I hate everything.
Yeah, I don't.
I had no idea it was a one-way street.
So
You quickly found out.
Quickly found out.
So anything else gun related or anything down there, Mark?
I just
My brain's a bit fried from
too much running.
I'm
Running and sugar.
I'm on the sugar low right now. I can tell you that.
I don't get this. Who sent this one? You sent this. I'm
Did
not
I-
even going to bring it up. It's the kid with the sweaty butt crack and yeah.
Yeah, but
All
you're not
right.
going
I
to
was
bring
kinda
it
looking
up.
that
at
a bad
like,
carry?
How does that even have anything to do?
It doesn't. That was just fun. Are you sweaty?
How old
I'm
is
sweaty.
too
Oh,
old?
I'm sweaty. Where are you sweaty?
How old is too old to carry
Butt crack in my
concealed?
balls and everywhere. I love that kid. That's freaking awesome. So it's hot in here, right?
Yeah.
Are you sweaty? Are you sweaty, Bob?
Yeah, but I won't go ahead and elaborate on it.
I'll elaborate. Oh,
I don't sweat, I glisten.
oh, you're one of those.
Yep.
Okay. We got
All
it.
right.
So what do we got? You're looking at the news stories.
That
We're losing it here,
yeah,
guys.
the guy that was training the kids down in New Mexico.
Oh
to
man,
Oh.
did you read a
school
lot?
Oh,
shootings
the
and stuff like
Muslim.
that?
Did you read much of that? Or
A little bit, yeah.
What do you know?
I mean, just that. Well, that's the thing is, I've kind of been saying it all along that they're worried about the wrong people crossing the border and coming into the country.
They're already
I'm saying
here.
They're already here,
Oh yeah.
and that's a little scary if there's that many kids, and the kids were in horrible condition. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
bad for the kids, but if that stuff's going on, look at where the future's going to be.
Well, you keep the kids. I mean, you keep the kids malnourished and in horrible conditions. Teach them to go in and do a school shooting. Send them to go do a school shooting and say, okay, when you're done with the shooting, you're free to go. Those kids are going to go do whatever you tell them to do.
Yeah.
They don't care at that
That's
point.
true.
And if they get caught, I guarantee they're going to be taken care of a lot better.
Oh yeah, they will.
A lot better in prison, juvie,
Yeah.
whatever.
Did they-
Three hots in a cot? That's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Did they turn out to be those people's kids, or were those like kidnapped kids?
I don't know.
I didn't go that far.
It's kind
into
of
it. I don't know.
vague.
I heard that the lady was pregnant, but
Who knows, man? It's all kinds of.
it's scary.
It is scary. So
Just one more thing: don't shoot exploding targets in the middle of summer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of flammable material.
Or you're
around.
going to get arrested, and then I think he got let go, and he started that. It was over 50,000 acres last time I heard. I don't know if it's controlled yet or not, but
Where's that one?
up above Bellevue.
the sharp
Oh,
fire.
really?
Yeah, it's pretty much ruined a bunch of people's hunting plans. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't hunt that direction, so we're good as long as my antelope unit don't burn
Oh,
down.
I've been hearing all about it at the Fish and Game.
Oh, I'm
computer.
sure.
So
Push them into the next unit.
yeah, pretty much.
So other than that, I think it's going to be a shorter podcast, guys. Is that okay with you? I'm
Sure.
hot.
I
I'm
still
hot.
think we still
Are
got
you?
It's
pretty
plenty
good
warm.
going, So
I'm hot. It's Tyrell. He's too full of hot air over there. He's talking so much. So anyhow, thanks for joining us, guys.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for coming and shooting with us.
Thanks for having us.
That was fun. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And
We don't have a lot of listeners, but the ones we have are very dedicated, and we love and appreciate all our listeners. So, hey,
Philip
we're in
saying-
Spain, by the way.
Yeah, Philip was saying that high-powered paintball.
Yeah,
For
that's
the-
pretty much what
Yeah, that's
simunition
pretty much
rounds
what
are.
it is.
But we're in Spain.
Spain, huh?
We're in Spain.
España.
We're in France,
Wow.
and were we in Germany before?
I don't know. Can we get Belgium? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know why I want Belgium. but-
I don't know, but it'd be cool.
Yeah.
So I will say that our last podcast wasn't the most downloaded podcast, but it was the highest number of downloads within like the first day that it was released. So maybe that's a good thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Maybe that's a bad thing.
We'll take it.
That's
We'll
a
take
good
it.
thing.
So anyhow, why don't you tell them how they can get a hold of us if they need to?
So if you want to leave us any comments, questions,
Blowing.
anything, Okay. Anything that you want to ask us or find out, rules, whatever. You can give us a call at the podcast hotline. It is 1-208-696-4397. You can also email at patriotdefense13@yahoo.com. If you want to do any shout outs or talk about a new gun, anything you've done.
Maybe you've sighted the PD-10 in the wild. You tell me about it.
Yeah. Talk about a new gun you may have just got or,
I want to buy the 19X, the G19X.
Yeah.
And I want to buy some other guns, but I'm holding off because I want this PD-10. I'm gonna be like Tyrell over there. When it comes out, I'm buying 2 because I'm going to dual wield that bad boy.
There you go.
So, yeah, thanks for listening and everything. Make sure you...
Give us a call.
Philip, tell everybody else to call us.
Yeah, Philip hasn't called for a while. I'm kind of missing Philip's call. Philip,
Josh, you need to call in too.
Josh has called in.
Okay.
He just called in some topics, and we'll get to those. I'm sorry,
cool.
Josh. We're way behind. And
I'm behind.
Philip, you need to call in. Just quit disrespecting us and call in. You're kind of slacking. So until then, I think we're good to go, guys. It's freaking hot as balls in here, and I'm ready to go. Bye.
Swamp cooler.
Bye.